so welcome back to my channel. My name is JUAN, OLUREMI, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, wow, you are like home G. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, please do. I don't know why you just stop by, watch, and just leave without subscribing. How about now? Please, I'm begging in the name of God. Biku, Dalu. I don't know what that means. Dalu. Dalu is thank you. No. Okay, Dalu if you've subscribed. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Thank you so much. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let's relate together. And today's topic we're going to be talking about, should I tell him about my past? Now, who is the him? Your husband? Your boyfriend? Your friends? Let's find out in this video. You're welcome back. Let me do like those TikTok videos. You're welcome back. I play too much. Don't mind me. Oh my God, guys. So should I tell him about my past? This one, all the qua strong, all the qua thick, all the qua difficult, all the qua. I don't know. This one I'm speaking Igbo. Hey, Igbo. I don't understand. I'm married to a Yoruba man. I don't get this one. I'm speaking Igbo. What is it? Is money coming my way? Is money coming my way? Because if you see any na brother or any sister, it's a money. We're talking money. We're talking money. Hey, I think money is coming my way. I'm sorry, I digress. Okay, should I tell him about my past? Now, this is a very sensitive question. I see people debate about this a lot, and I think I was on a conversation with someone, and we were talking about this. Should I tell him my past? First and foremost, we should know that not all relationship, okay, talking about relationship, not all relationship leads to marriage. Get that straight. There are some of us that we've tested the waters, and we're like, is he the one? Is he the one? You are testing, just like sisters are testing, brothers are testing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about testing the other way, doing things you shouldn't be doing. No, I'm not talking about that. Now, being friends with this person, allowing the person into your life, getting to study each other and know if you can actually cope with this person, being married to this person. I mean, entering each other's spaces. You get what I mean? That's part of marriage. You get what I mean? So that's what I mean by testing waters, not testing and doing what you shouldn't be doing. I'm not promoting that here. Please get it straight. We're doing godly things here, okay? Should I tell him? Now, not all relationship, talking about relationship now, not all relationship leads to marriage, which I'm sure you know about. For some of us that we've had to be in different relationships, we know that we didn't get married to all of them. We got married to just one person. Now, even the person you are getting married to, me, I promote godly relationship. I used to tell people this, that if the person you're getting married to loves you so much, that person is going to protect you. And protecting you means if you open up to that person, the person keeping it away from every other person, believing that this person trusts me enough to let me into her past or his past, and the person will not go about broadcasting you to the world. Now, I do tell people this also. If you are following a godly person, if you're in a relationship with a godly person, the person is going to treat you as though he is treating or is in a relationship with a child of God. Before the person does anything to you, he's going to think, what would Jesus do? Or would Jesus be happy with this? Do you understand? Like, Okay, the other time I was talking with someone that when myself and my husband, when we have a disagreement or something, there's something that usually comes to my mind. I'm always thinking about God. I'm not thinking about, he did this to me. You will see now. You see what will happen. No. I'm like, okay, God, how would God behave in this situation? There are a lot of things I've done that then God allowed me to get away with it. There are a lot of wicked thoughts, some bad thoughts. Like, I'm not scared of saying this thing again, because since I realized that David's prayer, that he said, create in me a clean heart and renew the right spirit within me, then I realized that sometimes our thoughts could be wicked, our thoughts could be bad. It's not because we are wicked people, it's not the devil trying to toy with us. So since that time, anytime those thoughts keep coming, I pray that God, please help me, create in me a clean heart. No, now I digressed again, I'm sorry. So if my husband and I have a disagreement and something comes to my mind, I'm like, oh no, that is not what Jesus is going to do. He's going to handle it this other way. So I just pray for wisdom. Sometimes it's not easy, I understand, but we just have to keep praying for wisdom from God. You understand? So a man or a woman that is in a relationship with you will not go about broadcasting whatever you must have disclosed to such person to the whole world. That person is going to keep you safe. Keeping you safe means not even revisiting that situation, except if need be. There are situations that there might be a reason why you guys have to revisit. Maybe something happened, or you saw somebody that you know in the past that you need to, like, okay, remember that story I told you about, so, that's it. Not because the person that offends you, so if that's how you were doing your past, you did this one, you stole meat from your mother's pot, you did 10 abortion, you did that one, you did this one. So that is why it is always encouraged, please and please and please, follow a godly man, follow a godly woman. They are not going to broadcast to you. Well, I'm not disputing the fact that some people that know God might still be doing this. Peter said something, Paul said something. When I was a baby, I acted like a baby. But now, I'm an adult. You behave what? Like an adult. So we still have some baby Christians that are growing. So I'm not going to say there are not people like that. Now, before you even go ahead to open up to somebody, to want to talk to somebody about your past, you should be able to study that person's maturity. Is this person mature enough to be able to handle this situation? Now, maybe you should also think about the person, or notice the person's relationship with other people around him or her. As the person comes to you to tell you, do you know, possibly you're just meeting his friend or her friend, do you know that girl? 10 years ago, she did this, she did that. 25 years ago, she did this, she did that. Now, that should be able to tell you that this person might not be able to handle secrets. But first thing, maybe I should clear this first. I should clear the air first. Before you can go ahead to even let someone know about your past, hope you know you must have trashed it out with God. Asking for forgiveness. There are a lot of things that contribute to we acting up, having our past and all that. It could be environment, it could be bad parenting. There are some things that it's not even our fault. You understand? It's just what we met on ground. It's not our fault, but we still have to ask for forgiveness from God, right? So if you settle it with God first, like settling it with God, settle your conscience with God first. Like, God, I'm deeply sorry about this thing, just pour your heart out to God. That is the first place you settle it before you begin to start talking to somebody about it. And you know why? So that maybe eventually you get to tell someone about it, and the person, they handle it well, the person brings it to your face. So you don't get to feel bad, like, I told you something, yes, it's annoying, but it won't be that painful if you haven't settled it in the place or in your feet or in the presence of your father. I hope you get that. So now, after you've settled it there, you can decide, and knowing the person's maturity, if you know that this person cannot settle this, or this person cannot handle this thing, hold it first. Evil again. Hi, God. Money is calling my name. Money is coming my way. Let's be serious. So as I was saying, guys, if you know that person might not be able to handle the situation, do not, I repeat, do not Do not tell that person. Hold up a little. Study this person first. Study the person thoroughly. Critically study the person to be able to know if this person can handle your past. If the person is still talking about someone else's past or how many years ago, will the person be able to handle the fact that you've done, let me not exaggerate, 3 abortions before? And now, not because I'm promoting the fact that some people do abortion, no. And that is why I said, hope you have settled it in the feet of your father first. Because that is really wrong. Let's not even visit it. I'm not trying to, because I don't know what happened and all that. I'm not trying to, say that. But first and foremost, settle it with God. Then bring it. And also, before you even tell somebody, maturity is one. Then another two. This one, you should be able to discern. What did I say? Be able to discern. This morning we read from the book of Luke 12. I think 49 to 59. Yes, 39 to 59. Well, the part God was also, Jesus was telling us about discernment. That if you can discern when it wants to rain, when the wind gathers, it wants to rain. When this happens, the sun wants to set. How much more can't you discern that we are in the end times? So now, you should be able to discern. That is what most of us Christians, that's one virtue we should have, but we lack it, we do not have it. We should be able to discern and know that this is the time to talk about it. Or this is the time to open up to this particular person. I hope you got that. I hope that sank. I hope that entered. So it's not everybody that you go about telling them about your past, telling them about what you have been through. It's not everybody. It's not everybody that can handle it. It's not everybody that can handle it. That's just the truth. Some people might claim to understand, but they do not understand. So now, know the person's maturity, be able to discern, and know if it's time for you to open up to that particular person. And now, just like I said earlier, not all relationship ends up in marriage. Now, if you're getting married to that person, and you have studied, and God has told you first that this my son is for you. Of course, I don't believe in keeping things away from your spouses. No, I don't. So you should know that you have to open up to this person. God that knows. That's what I'm saying. If you know, it's you God told, it's not me. God didn't reveal it to me that I should tell you this is your husband. So it's between you and God. You know and you know. It's not infatuation. It's not your feeling chasing you. You know that God said this is the one you have to get married to. Right? So you go to that same God that told you. And that same God that knows the beginning of a thing. That knows the end of a thing from the beginning thereof. You go to that same God and tell him that Baba, you said this is your son. This your son is the one for me. And you know my past. How do we handle it? How do we settle this matter? Because I have to tell your son. I don't want to keep secrets. I don't want to keep it away from your son. So you ask God, tell me, how should I tell this your son this thing? Possibly you've seen some immaturity in the person. And God will give you wisdom. God speaks to us in different ways. So you know the best way he speaks to you. So you just tell him that wisdom, I need it. I needed to be able to tell your son this. And trust you. Or trust me rather. Anybody that is truly a child of God will not use your past against you. I'm going to use myself as an example. Now, talking about my husband and I think I have a lot of past compared to him. I'm not saying he doesn't have his own. Well, see, past get levels, you get. It's not like I'm saying I've done some bad things. No. Just like I said earlier, what leads most of us to those things? Is that bad parenting? Is that environment? So many things contribute to that. And I had to sit him down. Remember, I told him, yes, before we got married, I told him some. But there are some that I really didn't go deep into. And I think first year of our marriage, I was discussing with one of my sisters. I would see as a discipler also, and as we were discussing, we got so deep in our conversation and we got to some deep things. And she was like, "Have you told your husband about this?" I said, "I'm still praying to God for wisdom on how to tell." And she was like, "Girl, you should have told him this a long time ago. You should. You shouldn't keep it to yourself." So I remember that day I go home and it's a serious discussion and I needed to tell him. I was like, "I think I've not broken this down to you before. I must have told you some, but I've not really broken it down, and I had to break it down." I told him and he was like, "Okay, it's fine." Now, not for once. Our marriage is going to be 3 years. It's going to be, let's say 3 years. Our marriage is going to be 3 years in July, and I can't, for this past 2 years plus, going to 3 years, I can't remember a time that my husband used my past against me. He has never done that. And I've never heard from his family, his parents, his siblings, never. They don't even know anything about me. Except the things that I myself have told them. They don't know. My husband will not even say it. You understand? So anybody that loves you so much will protect you. He will protect you. So to my single sisters, that is why, to this married thing, let me digress again. I see a lot of people trying to rush. I want to do this, I want to do that. I can't wait. I'm like, babes, like, seriously? Have you even had time to attend seminars? Have you read books? Have you talked to people that are ahead of you? Have you tried to, have a day, a time dedicated to you praying for your future spouse? Because marriage it takes a lot of hard work, and that hard work said, even with you that have gotten it right, talk more of somebody that just got into marriage blinded, like, wearing sunshades going into marriage. Is then they say marriage that no, love is blind. Men, forget it. Love can see. Love gets eyes, not even 2, 4. You're not telling me I want to get married. I'm getting old, 26, I'm getting even 30, I'm getting old. Have you don't allow me to talk. Please get it right. Like, it's saying I'm joking about this, right? No. I'm really serious. Get it right. See, if you don't get it right in marriage, forget about it. Every other thing is ruined. Every other thing is what? Zero. Except God have mercy on you to start afresh. So I digressed again, Abby. And that's because I'm trying to tell you how important it is for you to follow a child of God, for you to follow the person that God said, "This is my son. This is the one in whom I am well pleased." And I'm saying my daughter or my son get married to this person. So that is it. So now, anybody that loves you so much, we try to protect you. Now, that of marriage or relationship aside. Another one, friendship. Proverbs. There was one time my husband said, "You know what? We still do it. Sometimes that we skip our devotions." My husband was like, "Okay," even sometimes it's intentional. He said, "What's today's date?" Today is, let's say today is 8. So today is 8. Okay, let's open to Proverbs 8. That's what we do. Because if you are looking for wisdom, like you want to daily load yourself with wisdom of God, just start reading the book of Proverbs. God will give you wisdom through those scriptures that you read. You see where they say, bridle your tongue. Well, it's not a it's not play. Unfortunately, I don't know how to say that in Hebrew. It's not play. It's not yoke. It's not yoke at all. It's not a yoke at all. So bridle your tongue. It's not all friends that should know about you. It's not all friends. Just like so many of your friends, you don't know so many things about them, right? So it's not all friends that should know about you. There should be some close friends or even a close friend. And that's why even in choosing friends, having people around you, you have to pray for God to help you. Now, I believe in having them all mixed, having this, having that. You know, Jesus, if you remember, Jesus did not, he was not selective. Even when even when people are like, oh, why are you dining with so person? Why are you doing this with so person? He will tell you, I've not come for you. I've not come for you that feel you are saved. I've not come for you that feel you are righteous. I've come for this one. I've come for what? This particular one. So I've not come for you. So me, I believe in having them, you know, different, because if you want to evangelize, if you want to fellowship, who are the people you fellowship with? Or to? If you want to evangelize, what are the people you evangelize to? Is it the people that already know God? No, you evangelize to those ones that don't know God. So I believe in having them in different fairs, having different friends. That's what I'm trying to say. So if like you see me with the one that wears, no, I don't want to call the dress in here. You don't know why I'm very friends with that person. I remember the university, I was friends with one particular people, and some of my friends now are like, ew, they're like, ew, God forbid, how can I be friends with some person? They say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. That so you're following this kind of person. That means your lifestyle self is somehow. I wasn't doing whatever they were doing. I had my agenda. I knew why I was friends with them. You understand? And my time of conversing with them, having a good time with them, I still chip in what I want to tell them. So I believe in having those friends around too. So now, it's not all your friends you open up to. You know, there are some that, you know, situations warrant you giving examples, citing example with maybe your life and all that. You could do that. You understand? But coming out straight to say, okay, you know, this happened to me, or you go knock on this one's door, if you have opportunity to communicate to this one, say, okay, you know what, I want to tell you something. And 2 years ago, I stole meat from my mother's pot, and you know, my father kept 10,000 naira. I collected the 10,000 naira. Who sent you? It's not important. It's really not important. So keep whatever it is to yourself. They are not your God, right? They're not your God. So keep it to yourself. If God says open up to this person, open up to the person. You understand? And I must chip this in. Now, there are some of us that God has called us, made us realize that your story is what I want to use to liberate other people. That one is a different case entirely. It's a different case entirely. So it's like you don't have a choice. God has already told you. And the same God that has told you, if you're not married, and the same God that has told you, we also go ahead to look for somebody that can accommodate those your excesses, that can accommodate your past. As long as it's God that told you to do this, to share that story, you will actually look for someone that can accommodate your past. So you don't need to be scared. So I think I was able to touch like 3, you know, stages and all that. If you're in a relationship, if you're friends with a person, if you're married. So guys, these are just my basic knowledge. These are my basic knowledge. It's not like I'm a relationship coach or a marriage coach. How many years am I in marriage? How many years am I? I'll be a relationship or a marriage coach. I'm not. So I'm just, out of the little wisdom God has given to me, I just thought to share this with us, and I hope that in one way or the other this has blessed you. And I would really like to know your thoughts. I would really like you to also share. Possibly you have a different thoughts from mine. I would like you to share in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Ibu, hi. I must get 1 million must enter my account today. There's no two ways about it. I'll call on my Igbo friends after shooting this video. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, guys. Thank you so much for sticking by and waiting to this time, watching to the end of this video, because I believe that every one of you that started this video got to the end of it. So till next time, bye. Chop all the love.